Welcome back, Brigandine enthusiasts. This is Double 77 Trigger here, and you are watching the Battle of Orkney. So I just wanted to show a little bit of the intro, just so anybody that actually is watching this, maybe over in Japan, they could possibly get the gist of some of that. I think at some point I might try finding out some of the dialogue that they actually say and possibly trying to incorporate it into this. I'll see if I can even find that, but that might be a later project. But here you're watching the Battle of Orkney. And so far with this, I believe I put up a pretty good defense. I've made it an inverted V, you know, to start my attack on them. I was able to get very, very close, but I decided to form this wall here so that I could use that plateau as a partial defense for any land creatures, you know, that they couldn't really get around too well. So this is what I've decided to do for the lineup, and it seemed like it's going to work pretty well. Now, with this battle in particular, I overestimated my monster's damage ratio for what I can give to the enemy, just a little bit, but it's not too bad. I do get to kill off something that really irks me and I really kind of hate, and that's the Nightmare. Now, it's not really, you know, it's not that powerful of a thing, but in this game definitely, you know, its dimension spells, its weakness spells, it does have very good evasion. I mean, it's actually a little bit better than this game than it is in the regular North American version, I believe. But so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try to nail it, get it out of here. At this point right now, it's still, you know, a little bit early to just be strictly attacking monsters because my army isn't really built up that much yet. But that's basically what I'm going to have to do because I'm going after the prince right away, and I'm going to knock out the prince. That's going to be the first thing on the list that I'm going to do. I'm going to take Norgard's forces and knock out New Almekia and free the country from the tyranny of Prince Lance. Yes, that's what I'm going to do with him. Now, this is a pretty decent strategic, you know, attack, and the way that they move and all that. You know, I've had, you know, some people comment on, you know, how I play with Drist forces and I just run out there and, you know, don't really form a line, but that's Drist forces, and he has the type of forces that are very good at doing so. You know, himself as a leader, with, you know, his abilities, he's just very good at that, and that's just fine to do with him. But Norgard's forces are, well, some of them you can rush out and bum rush the enemy, but most of them you have to do a fairly decent strategic move with them. Now, what I noticed with this is, you know, especially by the hell dogs that I have here, they're very, very weak. It seems like they're a little bit weaker than the normal version. I don't know. Maybe it's just because they try to bombard them so much. You know, that could be the case. One thing I find interesting here is I have the option to use a second extra ability sometimes with my knights, and I'm not sure if that's their critical. I don't think it's their critical because, you know, that should have been the triple shot if that was the you know, the main critical. Yeah, I don't know. I have to do some research on that to try to figure that out. If anybody knows, you can go ahead and leave in the comments below. That'd be, you know, very good and well appreciated. Here I had some decent moves I could do with my little fire Ifriti Jin dude guy, and just to get them all down. I was just trying to like lower everything down and you know, hope for a Geno wave attack to just kind of finish it all off. And it got pretty close. but definitely still very good overall. I wouldn't redo this any other way because just the way it went, it's a very good defensive wall that I created here. Now, as far as which types of monsters that you attack in this game, it did work out very well. I was able to attack most monsters with magic spells, against their counterpart, which worked out in this battle very well. I was able to heal up the two hell dogs here. This strategy worked out pretty good, and yeah, I was overall very very happy with this battle. This is going to be more of a slightly offensive army, slightly defensive army. It's just going to be used when it needs to be used. I'm still trying to decide on my final team, but yeah, this army will probably be able to hold off a lot of stuff because it's got a lot of very good variety, and plus with the way I was able to do this, I spread out my attacks a lot on a lot of different monsters because I had my whole entire army go at one time, so I was able to not worry about them healing up in the middle of anything. So that's why I decided to go with that. I was a little disappointed I didn't kill the angel in one shot. I was kind of thinking I might get that chance, but oh well, that's kind of how things go at times, but yeah, I was able to get Elaine up. I really like to get those low-level enchantresses up. They're very vital for getting up because, when an enemy leader comes to attack them, like Zemeckis or something like that, they can get severely hurt. So try to level them up as much as I can, just to, keep them in the green for later on battles. So that's why I try to get the low-level knights up as quickly as possible, because it basically helps out your overall team, and that's always just a very, very good thing. Yeah, they didn't really have much more to do. I mean, they could have done a few more attacks, but with the way that I had that row of attacks, my defensive row of attacks go, it wasn't going to work out for them. It just was not. They could have killed a couple things, but in the end, it would have been it wouldn't have been fruitful for them. So they just had to go. And that was pretty much it. Going to show just a little bit more. You're going to see where my territory position is. No, sorry, you're going to see how much territory I have right now, and is playing as Norgard, and you're also going to see that I am playing this game on hard, just so you can know that this is not easy. So I hope you enjoyed this. This was 77 Trigger speaking to you, and I will talk to you later. Thank you for watching. Bye.